In March 2024, a demolition crew working on St. Agnes Orphanage encountered something unexpected as they tore down the walls. This building, closed 34 years ago, held the secret of 12 missing children, but the hidden room they discovered that day would turn the truth in a direction no one could have imagined. Sarah Chen led the demolition team. In her 15 years of experience, she had demolished dozens of old buildings, but St. Agnes was different. The townspeople avoided talking about this building. Children would cross to the other sidewalk when walking past it. It's just an old orphanage, Sarah had thought. She was wrong. On a cold March morning, Tom Martinez heard a strange sound while demolishing one of the walls. The spot his hammer hit felt hollow. This wasn't a normal wall. Sarah, come here. Tom called out. There's something in this wall. Sarah approached and knocked on the wall. It really did sound hollow. There was a room behind the wall. The team began working more carefully. They removed the bricks one by one. And finally, after 34 years, that room was opened. Inside was dark and damp. When Sarah illuminated the interior with her flashlight, what she saw left her frozen. In the center of the room was a small table. On the table were 12 small boxes. Each box had a name written on it. Emma, Michael, Lucy, David. Sarah opened one of the boxes. Inside were childhood belongings, a small toy bear, a hair clip, colored pencils, and a letter. If you found this box, it's time to learn the truth, the letter began. The letter was written by a girl named Emma, 8 years old. It was written in the winter of 1990. They're hiding us here, Emma had written. The director says no one will look for us. We're orphan children and no one cares about us. But he's wrong. Someone will look for us someday. Sarah's hands began to tremble. She opened the other boxes too. Each contained similar letters. 12 children, all telling the same story. Michael, age 9. The director says he's taking us somewhere else, but no one will know where we go. I'm scared. Lucy, age 7. I cry at night, but I don't make a sound. The director punishes those who make noise. When Sarah opened the last box, something different came out. A photograph. 12 children, smiling at the camera. On the back of the photo was a date, December 15, 1990. This was one day before the night the children disappeared. Sarah called the police. Detective Robert Hayes knew the old St. Agnes case well. He had investigated that case as a young police officer in 1990. We never found those children, Hayes said. Director William Crawford claimed the children had run away, but it was impossible for 12 children to disappear at the same time. Something was wrong. Hayes examined the letters. Then he reopened the old files. After 34 years, the missing pieces were falling into place. Crawford's large amount of money deposited in the bank occurred right after the children's disappearance, Hayes said. But we couldn't prove it at the time. As investigations deepened, the horrific truth emerged. William Crawford had sold the orphan children to an illegal adoption network. The 12 children had been sent to different families, different cities. Identities were changed, pasts were erased. But the children were smart. Before being taken away, they had found a place to hide the truth. They had made the secret room themselves. Each had left their own story, their own name, their own memory. After 34 years, it was they who made their voices heard. Police began searching for the children using old records. Some were found. They were adults now, had their own families. But they still remembered that night. Emma, now 42, spoke with Sarah by phone. I always knew someone would find us, she said. Those boxes were our hope. St. Agnes Orphanage was demolished, but a small monument was erected in its place. The names of the 12 children are written there, and underneath, an inscription, the unforgotten children. Their voices will be heard forever, because sometimes, even the darkest secrets are destined to come to light. They just wait for the right time.